Thursday night, do it against the spread. We had a couple of, I don't really know what my record was from last weekend. We'll get to that when Bill Connolly joins us on the Friday podcast to pick Saturday's games. Sort of middle of the road. I know that it didn't work out taking Hawaii in points, that's for sure. But
you had a good first. I took away too. The first 7 minutes were pretty great.
And I know it. I was feeling good about life for a little while, and then the doors got loose. Taylor, run the games and the spreads by us, and Pete and I will pick Thursday night. We're ready for a full slate of Thursday night football.
Let's do the backyard brawl first. The Pittsburgh Panthers are a 7.5-point favorite over the West Virginia Mountaineers. That line has moved a little bit. It was 7, I think, as recently as yesterday. That would be Tuesday in this case. So 7.5 Pittsburgh Panthers favorite at home.
Who's first?
You go first, Rece.
Okay. I'm going to lay him and laugh. I think Pittsburgh's defensive line will get after JT Daniels. I think that you're going to see an emerging star at wide receiver in Mumpfield, who has transferred in from Akron to go to Pittsburgh. I think Slovis will be pretty good, but the defense mostly will harass JT Daniels and the Mountaineer offense and send them back down the country roads with a more than 7.5-point loss. I'll take the Panthers.
I'm with you, Rece. I really feel like I believe Pitt has one of the 3 most offensive line returning starts in the country. Carter Warren, their left tackle, is probably the best NFL prospect on their roster, along with the immortal Habakkuk Baldonado, Rome native, the defensive end. This is a Pat Narduzzi team. They're going to be more balanced than last year's sort of Mark Whipple-led pass-happy Addison Pickett team, and I feel like they'll nicely grind this one out, and they're not going to win by 30 or anything, but I do think they will cover. Boy, what a must-win game for the ACC right out of the bat, right? Your defending champion can't lose at home to a middle-of-the-road Big 12 team, and that might be insulting the middle of the road.
You know, our researcher, the great Marissa Downing, said
she's
that
awesome.
one of the ticket brokers says that West Virginia has just about taken over the place formerly known as Heinz Field. It's going to be like 70%. Could that be true, that 70% of the crowd will be West Virginia fans?
Ooh. That would be awesome, because like we talked about on Monday, that would increase the hatred. And rivalries are good. Local geography is good. People giving each other dirty looks at the water cooler on Friday when they're hungover is good. Bar bets, lunch bets, all that stuff. Mixed marriages in the 412 and South. I'm here for all of it, and I hope there's a West Virginia takeover. Like, it would be, look, Neil Brown, his job isn't in any danger because his buyout $16 million, but like, people are waiting. They're waiting for it to start. And if you're a West Virginia fan, I just think patience is starting to wear thin. This would be a tenure turning game for him.
Haven't played in 11 years. This one's gonna stick around a little while. What else you got, Taylor? Pete goes first. Next one.
All right, for this one, we have the Purdue Boilermakers, a 3.5-point dog. I'm looking at this upside down now. I'm sorry about that. Penn State is a 3.5-point favorite on the road against Purdue. Pete, what do you say?
A salty little game here, and Vegas is good at their job because I don't have a ton of conviction. I think Purdue can win the game. I think the atmosphere it's not quite sold out, I was told yesterday, but it's pretty well juiced up there. Aiden O'Connell and the 2 Iowa transfers at receiver. My favorite part of this matchup, Rece, is you have probably the biggest gunslinging play caller offensive coach in Jeff Brom going up against probably the biggest gunslinger defensive play caller in Manny Diaz. So there are going to be turnovers. There are going to be defensive touchdowns. There are also going to be giant busts because of the risks that are taken. So that said, I am going to take Penn State to win and cover. I feel like with Sean Clifford back, with an improved offensive line, with some of the talent they have at receiver, and then the young tailbacks and how they're used, I just think they are pound for pound, talent-wise, much better, and they will be able to overcome what should be a raucous environment at Ross-Ade Stadium. When in doubt, pick the team with more talent.
2 top 5 wins last year. And as you mentioned, with the high risk, high reward, somebody's band is going to be playing often. And I think that big giant drum is going to be beat on just a little bit more. I'll not only take the points, I'll take Purdue to win the game at home, Thursday night opener outright. I'll take Boiler up.
All right. That is a bold pick that I completely respect. And I look forward to texting you and teasing you when you're wrong.
You have my number. Just know that text go both ways.
And I'm wrong quite a bit. So
so am I. All we have to do is look at the record last week for sure.
Taylor, what do you got?
Let's do one more. This is the only other spread that is under 20 points for Thursday night. That is the Missouri Tigers at home, a 19.5 point favorite over the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. Rece, what do you think?
That's a lot of points to lay. I know some are higher on Missouri than I am right now. They're going with Brady Cook at quarterback. I think they've got, I think Pete talked about on the podcast earlier this week with the freshman 5-star receiver, Luther Burden. Certainly all excited about seeing him. That's too many points. Debut at Louisiana Tech. We talked about their quarterback, I believe Matthew Downing, who comes over from TCU. And Pete pointed out really good offense to play in if you just want to sling it around. So I think they'll score. I think Missouri wins the game, but it's too many points. So I'll take the points, but expect Missouri to win the game.
When you really cover college football like we do, you have to have opinions on players named Smoke. And Smoke Monday was my favorite player last year in the SEC. Well, Smoke Harris is my favorite player on Louisiana Tech. He is a redshirt junior who is 5'7" standing on a phone book, if they still make phone books. And he is a little dynamo. He and Trey Harris, the other star receiver at Louisiana Tech, are going to catch a ton of balls, and they were going to go through a Missouri defense that I am not quite sold after watching them just get gashed last year over and over and over, especially up front. So Louisiana Tech's going to score some points. I don't think Missouri is going to lose this game, but you're not going to start Smoke Harris with 19.5 points and have him lose the game. So I will take Louisiana Tech, Sonny Cumbie's debut, and they're gonna come in, ready to unload on at Old Ferret Field. So I'm excited for that game. I think that could be a close game. I think it may be a close game.
Taking over for my man Skip Holtz is Sonny Cumbie, and they had, it wasn't quite Frosty and bad luck, but Louisiana Tech had a lot of unfortunate things happen over the last couple of years that cost them games, but they've been a solidly coached team, and now Cumbie comes in with a little more aggressive offense. So yeah, I think they keep it close. So that's the Thursday night. The other one, we're not going to pick it. I'm not sure I'm quite convinced on Oklahoma State early in the season laying that many points, even if it is a semi-revenge game from 6 years ago against Central Michigan. That's like 3 touchdowns. If you want a little bonus.
They are slow starters.
Yeah.
I think you're hinting at that.
That's exactly what I'm hinting at. Is they get out of the gate slowly and improve as the season goes along historically. So, Pete, that was fun, man. We'll do it again on Friday and really lay into some big time games with Bill Connolly joining us and see how we do against the spread and get ready to get the very latest from you on quarterback decisions and various news and nuggets. So travel safely, my friend. Look forward to seeing you in Columbus.
Thanks. Look forward to seeing you, Rece. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.